Well, following the attacks by the Islamic militant group Al-Shabab on Garissa University in northern Kenya, in which over 140 students were killed, the Kenyan government suspended the license of the Dahabshiil money transfer company and another 12 companies which offer money transfer and forex services that are mostly used by Somalis. Now, the 13 are suspected of financing the Al-Shabab terror group. Dahabshiil is one of the most important transfer companies across the wider Horn of Africa region. To tell us more about what impact this is having on their business, I'm joined by Abdirashid Duale, Chief Executive Officer of Dahabshiil. Mr. Duale, welcome to Africa 54.
Thank you very much for inviting me to your studio here. Well, first of all, I condemn what happened in Garissa. You know, this terrorist attack that killed innocent people, whether they are Somalis or Kenyan, we're all the same. And for us, Dahabshiil, you know, we work with the community in Kenya, legal way. You know, we are licensed company.
This is what happened. Once they suspended your license, along with the others, under the so-called anti-terrorist kind of act, they said your company and others needed to come forward within 24 hours and prove that you are not a conduit through which terrorists transport their money or channel their money to those activities. Did you provide proof?
Yes, our lawyer in Kenya has immediately wrote to the police inspector general and shared with them all the relevant policy that we have, what system we have, you know, how we work globally. You know, in the US, we have a Dahabshiil operation here where money can go anywhere, you know, legally. In the UK, we operate nearly 126 countries, including 40 African countries that watching us today. Only Kenya is where our operation has been affected.
But 2013, you had trouble in Britain. They had the Barclays Bank, with whom you're working, said they are going to suspend also doing business with you for the same accusation that your company is used for money kind of transfers or laundering for illegal purposes. How did that end?
Well, just to correct you, Barclays Bank were they suspended nearly 200 accounts of all the money service business. It was not about the license. Here, the Kenya is different. In the UK, it was a bank saying, I don't want to have a relationship with 200 companies who are licensed in the UK. What Kenyan did is basically they suspend all the remittance companies, which is unfair. You know, if we have done something wrong, yes, we will have accepted. But we haven't done wrong. The Central Bank of Kenya audited us a few months ago, gave us, you know, green light and say your system is okay. We work nearly 126, including US, UK, other European country, Africa, 40 African country, who were legally and transparent way operations there.
Have you faced challenges in the United States, where also there was a targeting of similar companies, the same remittance companies?
No, we have a license here in the United States. Our operations, you can send money today from Washington, D.C., Virginia, only to Kenya. And that's why we're appealing to Kenyan government to obviously review. And our system, we have, I think, credibility to prove them that, you know, we don't want any terrorists to use the Dahabshiil. We have a client, Kenyans in Kenya, who rely on our service, not only Somalis. We bring millions of currency to Kenyan. We work with the United Nations humanitarian agency, use the Dahabshiil. Alternative will be money going underground and terrorism getting underground, less transparent way. And that's why we think company like the Dahabshiil should operate a transparent way, regulated way that we have done through the Central Bank of Kenya.
If you can make it really quick. Has anybody abused your system? Not you, but somebody without you knowing. Have you ever discovered anything that would suggest some people may have tried to use it in a negative way?
You know, some Kenyans say what happened in Garissa is equivalent of 9/11. What happened in 9/11 was that those who did 9/11 used American banks, American institutions. But how Americans reacted was not they did not put all the Saudis, all Saudi company, all Saudi airlines, all Saudi business on a list. They did not. They specifically targets those individuals. So what I'm asking the Kenyan is that, you know, what happened, to be honest, is that all the Somali companies, whether they have a good system or not, whether they're licensed or not, all of them has been put on a list. And we're appealing to Kenyan government and say, well, let us not be divided by terrorists. We want to work with the Kenyan government. We want to help Kenyan use Dahabshiil. We want Somalis to use Dahabshiil. We want international organizations to use Dahabshiil like they have done before.
Thank you, and we hope your conversations with authorities there will bear some positive results. Mr. Duale, thank you very much for joining us today. Abdirashid Duale is the Chief Executive Officer of the Dahabshiil Money Transfer Company.